On December 23, 2006, a tragic incident occurred in Phoenix, Arizona that would leave one woman dead and a young man critically injured. The events of that day and the following investigation would raise questions about police procedure, medical care, and justice in the American criminal justice system. This is the story of Ryan Waller, his brutal attack, and the police interrogation that took place despite his dire medical condition.
I'm trying to go back to sleep and try to go back to bed.
You're not going back to bed.
Ryan Waller was a 22-year-old man who had only been living in his apartment for a few months when he became the victim of a violent break-in. His girlfriend, Heather Kwan, was also living with him along with another roommate. On that fateful day, Ryan and Heather were both home when they heard a knock at the door. Ryan got up to answer it, but when he saw that the two men on the other side of the door were carrying guns, he tried to shut it again. One of the men, Richie Carver, reached through the door and shot Ryan twice in the head.
They shot you with a revolver in your eye.
Yeah.
Is it a BB gun?
No, it was a real gun, man. It was just a revolver.
They shot you in the eye. You wouldn't be talking to me right now. It was most likely you'd be dead.
After shooting Ryan, Richie went into another room and shot Heather dead as she lay on the couch. The two men then stole several weapons and computers from the scene. Heather died instantly, but Ryan was still alive, though critically injured. He was unable to call for help and lay in his apartment for 2 days until his father called the police. When the police arrived at the apartment, they found Ryan lying on the floor, bleeding and unconscious. They immediately called for an ambulance and rushed him to the hospital. Ryan's injuries were severe, and he was in critical condition when he arrived at the hospital. He had been shot twice in the head, and doctors later revealed that he had an infection that could have been avoided had he received proper and timely care. Ryan remained in the hospital for 35 days and lost some of his brain, his left eye, and experienced seizures. He never fully recovered from his injuries and died in January 2016. While Ryan was in the hospital, the police began to investigate the incident. Ryan was initially considered the prime suspect in Heather's murder, despite being critically injured and unable to remember what had happened. The police took him into custody for questioning, even though he urgently needed medical attention.
Ryan, why don't you tell me what really happened there? Because I don't believe...
I really don't know, man. I really don't. I don't know. I can tell you anything, I swear.
I want you to tell me the truth. That's all I want.
Richie and his dad came there. And I don't know why. I don't know why, but they put me in sleeping hold, and they put me in sleeping hold with the arrows and shit. I lived through that crap.
Okay, they put you in a sleeping hold?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know, man.
You're telling me they put you in a sleeping hold. What is a sleeping hold?
I don't know.
In video footage of the police interrogation, which has since surfaced on social media, it is clear that Ryan is badly injured. He appears to be slurring his words, and his speech is slow and difficult to understand.
You know why you're down here, Ryan? You have no idea why you're down here?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I don't know what happened, okay? So I'm going to read you something to make sure you understand your rights, okay? Ever seen that TV show Cops or CSI or anything like that?
Okay.
You ever seen that?
No.
You've never seen any kind of cop show? Lawyer show? Any kind of show?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to listen up real closely. Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. Yeah, that's great.
I don't know.
You don't know the highest grade you went through?
8?
8th grade? Did you graduate?
Yeah.
Do you have a GED?
I don't know.
You don't know what?
I don't know. I just want to go home.
Well, you're not going to go home right now. What's the highest grade that you completed?
B?
No. Not grade, as in letter grade. I'm asking, did you graduate high school?
No.
And the highest you went was 8th grade?
Yeah.
Do you know how to read and write, Ryan?
Yeah.
At one point, he tries to lift his head and immediately falls back down onto the table, clearly struggling to remain conscious.
You don't know a lot, Ryan.
I don't, man. I really don't.
Despite his condition, the interrogation continued for hours. Ryan told detectives that he could not remember what had happened and he was visibly struggling to stay conscious throughout the interview. As the interrogation went on, Ryan's condition continued to deteriorate, and eventually medical help was called for.
And you've been shot in the eye.
Yes.
Put your feet off my table, please.
My feet hurt, man. I don't know why.
Get them off my table. Let me see your nose. Come on, put your legs down. Put your legs down. Bring your face closer.
Oh, my head hurts.
Okay. Yeah, be right back.
The paramedics who arrived on the scene noted that Ryan was unresponsive and had a high fever.
And he's acting like he has a serious head injury, which would make sense.
What's your name?
Confirm.
Ryan.
Yeah, we'll take them.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
it's
we
like
can
that.
tell. Did that all? Has it been like that before, or it just happened tonight?
It's been like this for like a day or so.
So it happened what? The other night?
I don't know.
You don't know what happened. Were there guns around?
This kid Eric did it. I don't know how he did it exactly. I might have been shot. I don't know.
Are you waiting on?
I don't know.
It
looks like it went right through, huh?
Yeah, it might have. I don't know.
He was taken to the hospital where he remained in critical condition for several days. The police interrogation of Ryan Waller on December 23, 2006 has raised serious questions about police procedure and medical care in the United States. Many people have criticized the police for interrogating a critically injured man who was in urgent need of medical attention. Some have also questioned the quality of medical care that Ryan received both during and after the interrogation. The case was a difficult and often disturbing, tragic situation. It is clear that Ryan was in no condition to be interrogated, and the detective's persistence in questioning him despite his deteriorating state is alarming. However, the case also highlights the complexities of police work and the challenges that detectives face when trying to solve crimes. The detective in this case genuinely seems to want to help Ryan, and his frustration with the lack of information is understandable. Ryan's father later sued the Phoenix Police Department, alleging that they had violated his son's civil rights by subjecting him to an interrogation while he was in critical condition. The interrogator who dealt with Ryan was also charged with evidence tampering and fabricating stories about events related to the case. The Ryan Waller story highlights the critical importance of urgent medical attention when someone has suffered serious injuries. It is essential to remember that in any situation where someone's health and well-being are at risk, medical assistance should always be the priority. Interrogations and investigations can wait until the individual's health has been assessed and treated. In the case of Ryan Waller, the delay in medical attention resulted in life-changing injuries and ultimately led to his untimely death.